Good evening and welcome to our virtual Whalen Library event. Tonight we're excited to have Nancy Wind back with us for another gentle yoga session. And these sessions are monthly on the third Monday. Yes, second Monday.
Second Monday.
Second Monday. Today's the second Monday of the month until through May. So I hope you'll come back again. Once you've registered, you're on the list, so you'll get the notice every month. Nancy is a health coach and 200-hour yoga instructor. And in 2014, she founded PeaksandPoses Trail Yoga, which combines her love for the outdoors and yoga. She's excited to help others experience a life of connectivity, balance, and flow through her teaching, coaching, and yoga instruction. Thank you to Nancy for being here tonight.
Nancy.
Quick note that I am recording this session for broadcast on Wacom, our local cable access station, and for the library's YouTube page, but I am only recording Nancy's video and my own. But if you speak, then that'll be a part of the recording. But feel free to put questions in your chat or unmute at the end if you have any questions. And now I will disappear and hand it over to Nancy.
Thank you, Courtney. Thank you to the Whalen Library for having me back again. Just make sure that you guys are muted. And of course, I'd love to see you if you want to keep your video on, but obviously if you want to keep it off, that is fine also. It seems to be like the way of Zoom yoga, but it's always nice to see other people joining. So I'm so glad that you're here tonight. Again, happy Valentine's Day for those who are just joining. And you've given yourself the best gift you can. 45 minutes of just some really gentle yoga to just to really help us unwind for the day and connect with one another and breathe and to just prepare for sleep, which I'm looking forward to. So I'm gonna start just seated for just a few seconds, really, because I just have a little quote that I wanted to share with you just to start our practice here on Valentine's Day. And it's from Rumi, who is a Persian poet and philosopher. And he says, laugh as much as you breathe and love as long as you live. So just a simple quote from him. And then what I would like to do is to have us come onto our backs. So we're going to start off with some nice gentle movements here. So just carefully bring yourself down onto your back, bend your knees, bring your knees into your chest and wrap your arms around your knees to give yourself a nice big hug. And take a nice deep breath in through your nose. And then as you open your mouth, let the breath out. One more just like that. Take a nice deep breath in. And open your mouth to let it out. And then you can place your hands just below your knees. And just start to make some circles here on your lower back, your sacral area. Just sort of feeling around for some of the flesh that's there. Just giving that area a nice little massage. And then we're going to take that in the other direction. Kind of warming up that area. And then we're going to bring our feet down to the earth and give your legs a nice long stretch. Bring your arms up overhead. And as you point to your toes, reach your fingertips away from your heart. Take a nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, just allow yourself to melt down onto the earth. Maybe even bend in the elbows. And then again, inhale, lengthen the arms, point your toes, stretch your body. And exhale again, just to allow yourself to melt down. then one more just like that. Inhale, stretching the body. And exhale to allow yourself to melt down. Now let's take your legs and your feet, walk them over towards the left. And then take your arms, maybe giving them a little stretch, and we'll walk them over to the left. So if you were looking down at your body, you might start to see like a crescent moon or the letter C. We're just lengthening out the right side of the body. We're doing it here with the support of the earth. Breathing in and breathing out. And then we'll walk our hands back to center, legs back to center, nice and long. And then we'll take our legs and our feet, we'll move them over to the right. And then we'll take the arms and move them over to the right. So we're just making that crescent moon on the other side, lengthening out the left side. Just following your breath, making it nice and easy. You might notice just some differences from one side to the other. So in yoga, we practice no judgment here. Just sort of learn to accept what is. Take a nice big inhale here. Exhale. And then we'll walk our arms back to center, legs back to center. Bring your arms up overhead and then slowly bring them down by your side. Palms facing up, maybe moving them away from your body just a little bit more. We're going to bend the knees, bring the soles of your feet to the earth. Press down with the soles of your feet. Just give your hips a little lift and then bring your bum back down. And then we're just going to start to move our knees from one side to another. Maybe inhale, we come back up to center. Exhale over to the other side. It's going to allow you to guide yourself so that you're moving with the flow of your own breath. And knowing that I'm always here to guide you, but you are your best teacher. So if I guide you into a pose that doesn't feel right, you'll know, and then you'll back off and maybe do something different. And let's take one more twist to either side or both sides. And then when you're done, we're going to come back into center. Now you're going to lay your right leg long. You can engage the muscles at that leg by flexing that right foot. And then bend that left knee and take that left foot up towards the sky. Now lengthen your leg. It doesn't have to be straight. See if you can guide the leg so that the ankle is in line with the knee with the hip. And if you'd like, you can interlace your fingers behind your left thigh. So be right on your hamstring. If you want to rotate this left ankle around in one direction, it's nice to pay a little extra attention to our joints, especially on our ankle and our feet. Let's go in the other direction. They really do a lot of work every day holding us up. Motion is lotion, so movement is good, especially movement with intention. Let's bring that leg back to center, to stillness. Now, if you want, you can just take your hands and guide that left thigh in a little bit closer to your chest. Your back is long, the back of your head is laying on your mat. You flex both ankles, drawing that left knee in just a little bit more. Nice stretch to the back of your leg. One more inhale here. Exhale. And then slowly we're going to release that left leg, bend that left knee, slide that left leg down, and then we'll draw the right knee in, and then we'll extend that right leg. Interlacing your fingers behind your right thigh, flexing the left ankle, and then if you want to take the rotation of your right ankle, we'll go in the opposite direction. And then we'll bring that ankle to stillness. And again, if you want to take that right thigh, just draw in a little bit deeper towards your chest, feeling a nice stretch in the back of your right leg through your bum. And back is long, back of the head is connected to the earth. Eyes are still. Breath is coming in and out. And then we're going to bend the right knee, and then we're going to bend the left knee. We're going to bring them both to the chest. Hold on to the backs of your legs. This is a little bit of a big move, but have some fun with it. See if you can rock and roll yourself a little forward and back. So you're starting to massage your spine a long way. Maybe smile when you sit up. Just lift in the corners of your mouth. And then one more will get us up into a seated pose. And we're going to lay our legs long. So just like we were lying on our back, now we're sitting up and our legs are long. You need to open them up a little bit, feel free. If you need to remove some of the flesh, just making yourself nice and comfortable. And flex your ankles. And then on an inhale, let's reach the arms up. And then as you exhale, just feel like you're hinging at your hips. You can even keep your spine really nice and long. And then your hands, just find your legs anywhere. Could be your thighs, could be under your knees, could be your toes. And then just play around with your feet. Point and flex your feet. Just sort of really engaging with the muscles of your legs. Moving the ankle joints. And then we'll flex those ankles and see if you can now hinge just a little bit deeper and then start to round your spine, bringing your forehead down towards your knees. Gaze is soft. Take a nice deep breath in here in this forward fold. Exhale. And then we're going to start to use our hands to walk up our legs to come back up to seated. From here, let's just open up our legs wide, coming into a straddle. And again, just kind of making any adjustments that you need to. Take your right arm, lay it on top of your right leg. On an inhale, sweep your left arm up. And then as you exhale, take that side fold once again. See if you can find your chest and shine it up towards the sky. Imagine those left fingers reaching to touch those right toes as your left hip anchors down. A nice deep breath in here. Exhale. Slowly bringing yourself back on up. And then we're going to take the left hand behind us. And then just take your right arm to your left thigh. So on an inhale, we're going to just lengthen through your spine. And then exhale, just a little spinal twist here. Maybe taking the chin towards your shoulders, maybe even taking your eyes into the corners of their sockets. So you get a little eye stretch here. One more inhale here to lengthen. Exhale, just slowly deepening the twist. And then we're going to release. We're going to come right back to center here. I'm going to take the left arm on top of your left leg. On an inhale, sweep the right arm up. And as you exhale, taking a nice fold over here towards the left. And again, we want to reach the chest up towards the sky instead of down towards the earth. We get length through the side body. We're opening front body and back body here. Again, imagining those right fingers touching those left toes. Just in your mind's eye, right? That right hip is rooting down. Backs of the legs are rooting onto the earth. Take a breath in here. Exhale. And then slowly start to bring yourself back on up. Right fingertips to the earth behind you. Left palm to the outside of your right thigh. So you can press your thigh into your palm, palm into your thigh on an inhale, lengthen through the spine. And exhale, just a little twist here. And using your exhale to rinse out your spine. Taking your chin over towards your right shoulder, if that feels good to you, and maybe the eyes in the corners of their sockets. That one generally feels good. Take a breath in. Exhale. And then we're going to release. We are going to slowly come back to center. And then we're just going to start to walk our fingers out in front of us. And again, just taking a nice long spine here, trying to prevent yourself from rounding for this one. You may not go very far, but that's okay. Just feel some openness in your inner thigh, in your groin. Inhale again to lengthen. Exhale, maybe coming down just a little bit deeper. Maybe you're able to come onto your forearms, maybe not. Stay on tented fingertips. One breath in, breath out. And then we're going to walk our hands back in towards our body. You can bend the knees, bring them to center, swing them around. And from here, we're going to take our left foot forward and then our right foot forward. And we're going to come into a forward fold. So your feet are about hip distance apart. Bend your knees a lot. Bring your chest down towards your thighs. Grab opposite hand to opposite elbow. This is a rag doll. Allow the crown of your head to lead you down towards the earth. Make sure you can wiggle your toes so that you're not gripping your toes, but you find the four corners of the soles of your feet rooting you down. Legs are strong, so the energy is lifting you up. Hips are lifting. The chest is coming back down towards the thighs. And if you want to take a little sway with your upper body, just to feel a little bit of freedom there, the lower body is rooting you down into the earth. And the breath is moving. And the breath is flowing. And then we're going to come back to center. We're going to release our hands down, maybe tented fingertips on an inhale, bend your knees. As you exhale, draw your belly to spine and slowly, slowly, slowly start to roll yourself on up. Head and neck are last to come up. Inhale, a nice big sun breath. And then exhale, palms come to your heart and fold yourself in half. Bring your palms to your shins as you inhale. Bring some length through your spine so you're making an L with your body. And then as you exhale, release your hands down to the earth. Inhale, bend your knees. Exhale, draw your belly to spine and slowly, slowly, slowly roll yourself on up, stacking one vertebrae on top of the next. Head and neck are last to come up. Inhale again, a nice big sun breath. Once again, exhale, come right through the center and bow, folding yourself in half. Palms come to your shins. Inhale, bring some length. And then exhale, bow yourself forward. Inhale, bend your knees. Exhale, draw your belly to spine.
Again, slowly, slowly, slowly rolling yourself on up. These are half sun salutes. Head and neck, our last two come up. Inhale a sun breath, sweep it up. Now as you exhale, interlace your fingers and release your pointers. And then inhale, grow tall, just like we did on our back. Exhale, let's take a little bend over to the left. Even bend that left knee, send that right hip away. Now either stay here, we're going to add on a little bit. We're going to release your left hand down, just a little balance. See if you can breathe your right foot up off of your mat. Doesn't have to be very high. Settle the eyes, allow the breath to come in. And then we'll release. Inhale, sweep the arms up as you exhale again. Interlace your fingers. Release your pointers. Inhale, we grow tall. Exhale, we'll take a little fold to the right. Bend that right knee. Feeling some nice length through the left side body. And then we'll release the right arm down. And we'll breathe that left foot right up off the earth. Just a little bit. Nice deep inhale here. Exhale. And then inhale the arms up. Now as you exhale, bend the elbows. Bring your fingers towards the back of your heart. Send those elbows up, right? So we're just stretching out our underarms here. Opening across the chest. Interlace your fingers. Lay your head right here in the palms of your hand. Making a hammock for your head. Send your heart high. Lift your chin, maybe even closing your eyes here. And just enjoy the support here for your head. Seeing as you open up your elbows, you're broadening also across your chest. Nice deep breath in. Exhale. Slowly bring your head back on up. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, palms come through your heart and fold yourself in half. Now from here, we're going to take our right foot behind us. And we're going to come down onto our right knee. Keep your back toes tucked. And you can reach your arms up. Coming into a low lunge. So we have our left knee stacked on top of our left ankle. Our shoulders are best they can to be stacked on top of our hips. And let's open up the arms to shoulder height. Thumbs reaching behind your back to find one another. And again, feel that broadening across your chest. Opening up your heart as we breathe in and out. Nice deep breath in. Now as you exhale, little twist over to the right, trying to keeping your hips facing forward. So we're just twisting with our upper torso. And then inhale brings us back to center. And then exhale over to the other side. Bring your palms together at your heart center. Press your palms in towards one another. Inhale, lifting through the spine. Exhale, little deepening of the twist over towards the left. That left inner thigh, both inner thighs draw in towards one another, providing some stability for your pelvis. Take a breath in. Exhale. And then we're going to release. Now from here, let's see if you can take your left knee to meet your right. So we're on both knees. Release your toes. And just move the arms backwards. Just like a backstroke here. Taking a little bit of movement in the shoulders. Let's take it the other way. Then we'll go on to the other side. You're going to take your right foot out in front of you, setting yourself up for Another low lunge. Right knee stacked on top of the right ankle. Left knee under the left hip. And again, we'll bring our arms to shoulder height. Palms facing up, fingers spread wide. And again, just take those thumbs and draw them behind you. Find those inner thighs, squeezing them inward. Inhale here. And then exhale, a little twist over to the left. Inhale back to center. And we'll take it to the right. Bringing those palms together at your heart center, pressing your palms towards one another. Inhale again to lengthen. And as you exhale, little twist, a little bit deeper over to the right. Steadying yourself on your right foot, your left knee. Breath in. And a breath out as we rinse and release. So now we're going to come onto our hands and knees. And we're going to set ourselves up for a tabletop. So shoulders on top of wrists, knees underneath hips. And we're going to start by taking that left foot behind you. Keep your toes connected to the earth as you draw your belly towards your spine. Pull that left heel back so you've got some engagement of your left leg, all the muscles there. Now your chin is tucked, so you've got a nice long line from your tailbone through the crown of your head. Palms are pressed firmly into the earth and trying to spread your fingers wide and make like starfish with your hands. See if you can lift that back leg now. Just bring it up to hip height. Ankle is flexed, so toes point down. Imagine that you're stamping a wall behind you. And then breathe your right arm up, shoulder height. So we're just coming into a hand-knee balance here. Gaze is soft down at that left thumb. Nice deep breath in. Exhale. Really lengthen through your fingertips, lengthen through your heel. Draw belly to spine. And then let's bend that left knee and just lift it up 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Leg is lengthened, right palm down, left knee down, and then moving your hips a little bit side to side. And then before we go on to the other side, we're just gonna take some movements with the spine with our cow and cat. So on an inhale, the tailbone tips, the hips reach down, the heart reaches forward. You can gaze up. As you exhale, start with the tailbone as it comes down towards the earth, belly to spine, chin to chest. And then on your next inhale, coming into cow. And then it's going to allow you to just move through your own breath here. Again, we may all have different patterns of breathing. Nobody should ever rush you in yoga. Just move with your own breath. Just allowing your spine to move in this wave-like motion. Creating more space in between each vertebra. And we'll take one more complete cycle of your cat-cows. And then we'll end up in a tabletop. From here, we'll take our right foot behind us. We'll keep our toes connected to the earth. Pulling that right heel back as your belly button draws up towards your spine. And then we're going to breathe your right foot up off the earth. See if you can keep it at hip height. Pull that right heel back. And then breathe your left arm up. So we come into our hand-knee balance. Reaching those fingertips away from your heart. Tucking your chin with a nice soft gaze down at your right thumb. Balancing here, maybe feeling a little wobbly. That's good. We're just sort of, well, if you fall, you fall. But the wobbly is good. Your muscles are working. Let's bend that right knee. We'll lift it up for 3, 2, 1. And we'll bring the palm down, the knee down. And from here, we're coming to child's pose. Bringing the big toes to touch. Spreading your knees out towards the edges of your mat. So whenever it's comfortable for you to sit yourself back down onto your heels, bringing your forehead down to the earth, maybe bending those elbows, maybe bringing the arms alongside your legs, making yourself as comfortable as you can here in child's pose, the resting pose. Either stay here or if you'd like to just move your head from side to side a little bit, giving your forehead a little massage. And then we're going to come back to center. We are going to take our arms behind us and we're going to interlace our fingers behind us. Now on an inhale, you're going to lift your hips and your arms, but you're going to connect with the earth with the crown of your head. So the head still stays on the earth, and then we're going to bring ourselves back down. So really opening up through the chest here and the shoulders. So on an inhale, we rise up, reaching the arms up and over. And then as you exhale, we come back down. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, we rise up. Nice rinse. And exhale to lower down. And then 1 more time. Inhale, rise up. And exhale to lower back down. Now let's release the arms out in front of us. Start to come back on up. Bring your knees and inner thighs together and then sit back onto your heels. If this is not comfortable, please find another seated posture. We're just going to work a little bit here on our shoulders. We're going to reach the arms up. And then we're going to take the left arm underneath the right and wrap it around, coming into eagle arms. If you can bring your palms to touch, great. If not, or if it doesn't feel right, maybe your palms come to your shoulders. So there are some options for you. Wherever you are, see if you can draw your elbows away from you. Give them a little lift. Feel that spreading across your upper back. Take a breath in. And if it feels okay on your head and neck, just turn your chin towards the left. Breathing in. And breathing out. Inhale your head back to center. And exhale over to the other side. Nice and slow here. Nice deep breath in. Exhale. Slowly bring your head back to center. As you inhale, release the arms, come up onto your knees, reach the arms up overhead, give a look up there. And as you exhale, bring them back into your heart. We're going to sit back onto our legs. And again, if this doesn't feel right, feel free to switch up your posture. We're going to reach the arms up. This time we're going to take the right arm underneath the left, wrap it around. This side may feel very different than the other or not. See if we can draw the elbows away, give them a lift. Take a breath in. As you exhale, turn your chin towards your right shoulder. Breathing in. And breathing out. Inhale, coming back to center. And exhale over to the other side. Chin towards the left. Nice deep breath in. Exhale. And then we're going to release. We're going to come back to center. Come up again high onto your knees. Reach arms up overhead. Interlace your fingers and reverse your palms. Reach the palms up to the sky. Take a nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, let's release the hands, bringing your palms back into your heart. So from here, we're going to just come down onto our bum. We're going to swing the legs around. We're going to come back onto our back. So your knees are bent, your feet are out in front of you. Hold on to your hamstrings and slowly lower yourself back down. Bring both knees into your chest, giving again yourself a nice big hug here. And this time we're going to take the knees and we're going to make some circles kind of with the knees and the hips. So the knees may go out and come back in. They may be going the opposite direction. That's okay. But just making some hip circles here. And moving the knees. Just taking a few of those before you reverse the direction. And then we're going to come back to center and we're going to take our right foot to the earth. We're going to take our left shin and cross it over our right thigh. So this is called a lying down pigeon or number 4. Now, you might be fine just to stay here and flex that left ankle. You're going to start to feel this on the outer side of your left hip. If you want, you can take your left palm to your left inner thigh and just sort of guide that outer thigh away from you. And so that's one choice. Or you can lift up your right leg, interlace your fingers behind you, and draw that right leg in, and then use your left elbow to gently guide that left inner thigh away. And keep the ankles flexed. So you decide what is right for you. And just close your eyes and take a few deep breaths here, sending that into your left outer hip or some other part of your body that seems to be open to receive this beautiful energy that you have here. Just taking a few more deep breaths here, really slowing things down as we start to come towards the end of our practice. Using our breath to quiet our mind. And hopefully the thoughts that you had circling through your brain today have sort of just melted away. You've engaged in this wonderful mind-body practice. We'll take one more breath here. Exhale. Now, if your right leg is lifted, we're going to release it. We're going to lay that right leg down, and then we're going to draw the left knee in. Just interlacing your fingers just below the knee and draw that left knee in for Apanasana, wind relieving pose. One inhale here. Exhale. And then we're going to release. Now you're going to bend the right knee, bring the left foot down to the earth, and then you're going to cross that right shin over your left thigh. Yeah, this side may feel very different for you, and you have a choice. You're going to stay right here in your number 4, maybe taking your right palm to guide that right inner thigh away from you, or if you want to lift that left leg, interlacing your fingers behind you. And you can flex the ankles. I like to keep my ankles flat. It really engages the muscles in my legs. They feel like they're in an active state as opposed to just being passive. I'm taking a variation on this side. The reason why I'm telling you that is just because part of yoga is just really tuning in, being intuitive, not just knowing what's right for yourself, but also practicing ahimsa, which is it's really just is nonviolence, and it's one of the niyamas, the principles of yoga. And when we practice nonviolence to ourselves, that spills out into all those that we engage with. It starts with ourself and the non-harming of our physical body and our mind. Take another breath in here. Exhale. And then we're going to release that pose. I'm going to lay that left leg long. We're going to bend that right knee and draw it in towards your chest for Apanasana on the right side. And then from here, we're going to bend both knees. We're going to lift up the soles of your feet. And if it's accessible, to take your hands either to the outside or the inside of your feet. So you want to bend your knees and then draw your knees down towards your armpit. Try to keep your entire back flat on the mat. So you don't really want to be lifting your lower back. This is happy baby. You could stay here, or if you'd like, you can rock from side to side. Just taking this nice and slow. And then one more to either side. And then we're going to come back to center. And we're going to lengthen the legs up towards the sky. We're going to lengthen the arms as well. We're just going to stack our ankles over our knees, over our hips. If you want, you can close your eyes here. We'll just be here for a few breaths. Just bringing ourselves into an inversion here, the modified Viparita Kirani. If you're near a wall and you want to bring your legs up a wall, that is totally fine. Just allowing the energy in our feet to lead, to come back towards the heart, as well as the blood flow. You can release the arms down by your side if you like. Take one more breath in here. Exhale. And then just one by one, bend your knees, bringing the sole of your foot down to the earth. Now we're going to come into our final pose, Shavasana. You can lay your legs long, or if you want, you can keep your knees bent. Allow your knees to rest on one another. That's just an option. And if you're near a wall and you want to rest with your legs up the wall, feel free. Otherwise, we're just going to lay our legs long, maybe opening them up a little bit. taking your arms out, maybe to a 45-degree angle. Just closing your eyes and just staying the best you can here with the flow of your breath coming in and out. Feeling the support of the earth. Just allow yourself to receive this gift of rest and rejuvenation. And then gently take a bend to your knees. Allow the soles of your feet to rest on the earth. And just slowly rolling onto the right side of your body. Just wiggling your fingers and wiggling your toes. And when you're ready, just use the strength of your own body to bring yourself up into a comfortable seated pose. And with our eyes closed, let's bring our palms together at our heart center. And just remembering the words of Rumi, laugh as much as you breathe and love as long as you live. Thank you all so much for being here tonight and sharing this evening with us. We'll take a bow towards our heart and we can end our practice by saying Namaste. May the light inside of me shine on the light inside of you. And again, thank you all so much for being here. As Courtney said, this practice is being recorded and you'll be able to find it on the Wayland Library YouTube channel if you enjoyed the practice. I also have my own YouTube channel. You can search for Nancy Wind, and there's just a lot of short practices that may focus on a different part of the body or not. There's flow, there's bed yoga, there's morning yoga. So feel free to poke around there on YouTube. And if you do one of my practices, just like tonight, give me a thumbs up. So thank you again for being here. Thank you, Courtney and the Wayland Library, and see you all in March on, let's see what the date.
March 14th.
March 14th. Yeah, second Monday. Have a great night, a beautiful rest, and happy Valentine's Day again.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Nancy. Happy Valentine's.